What do they say when you get on a boat?
Dope Nostalgia presents
All aboard! Let's go!
Get ready
High,
for Sail Away Sunday.
Hey, here we go!
One, two, girl, I see ya. Just sipping tequila. On her third shot of tequila. Está loca de la cabeza. 4, 5, 6, I see ya. Round 7 tequila. From every nation. We're sailing away. Hola, mama. Hola, mama. Hola, mama. Hola, Live it up. Hola, mama. Hola, mama. Hola, mama. Hola, Live it up, girl, live it
It's time to join me with some special guests as we relive the Sail Away to Half Moon Cay NKOTB Cruise 2022. Well, I'll start by saying welcome to Dope Nostalgia, those Blockhead Chicks. So the one we're waiting for,
Kayla.
what's her name?
Kayla.
Kayla's going to join us. We have, I just want to make sure I got all your names. Kayla, Nicole, Sandy, Cindy, Kelly, and Andrea.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Yes.
You guys are all here, and it's amazing that we've made this happen. So thank you for being a part of the show.
Oh, thank you for inviting us.
Yeah.
Absolutely. First of all, where are you all from, and how did you all get to know each other?
Okay, well, I'm from Arkansas, and I met Sandy in 2019 at a concert, and then we went on the cruise, and that's where we met everyone else.
Oh, wow.
And then
Okay, so let me just ask each of you. Cindy, where are you from?
I'm from New York.
And Andrea?
I'm from Rhode Island.
Kelly?
I'm from Boston.
Sandy? You said?
I live in Oklahoma.
Okay, perfect. And Kayla's here.
I'm here,
She made it. Where are you from?
Rhode Island.
Perfect. Okay. How did this idea come about to, first of all, make your group, those Blockhead Chicks, and then go all on the cruise together the way everything went down?
It actually went the other way.
Yeah?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I met Andrea through her roommate match, and we connected. Andrea connected with Kayla. I think that's how it went. You guys developed. We were all going on the cruise separately. We met because we were going on the cruise.
Like because of photo groups. I think Andrea was
Yeah.
in the photo group, and then she had a switch, and then Kayla took her spot. So we kind of all, and then Nicole and Sandy were in my photo group. So
Yeah.
So we all essentially met through social media first.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
Okay,
It was,
that's
it was
amazing.
back in August. Me and Andrea, we both found out that we were on deck 1 and that we were both from Rhode Island, which is fun when you're from Rhode Island because it's so small. And to realize that, you found somebody else from your state that's going on the cruise too. So we decided to make a Deck 1 Facebook group together. And I believe that's when we met the other girls. Somehow and then we started a chat, and then we all kind of got to know each other from there. And then we just, a lot of us stayed connected regardless, we would just talk about everyday stuff, not just the cruise.
Okay.
Yeah. And then me and Andrea had a conversation earlier about, hey, I want to do a podcast or Instagram or something. And then after we came back, randomly in our group chat, Kelly was like, hey, Cindy, want to do a podcast? And I was like, that's funny, because me and Andrea were talking about doing something. And then Nicole and Sandy had something already. They're Joe's Popsicles. And then we grabbed Kayla. And that's how it all kind of happened. And we met.
Found ourselves quite entertaining.
Yeah, we laugh at our
we laugh at
use
ourselves. Yeah, we laugh at ourselves so much. We're like, oh, we're so entertaining. Other people would laugh and relate, and
A good podcast is based on having a good conversation with friends and making other
Mhm.
people who are listeners feel like they're part of that. So that's a fantastic thing. I'm glad you guys decided to do that.
Aw.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember meeting Nicole, I remember the most because we were standing next to each other on Halloween night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
good.
and that's when I got to know her. And I was so like, I'm gonna get that Jordan selfie.
Yes. And you did. You did.
That was when
Did
I
you get
did
it? You
too.
did.
Yes, she did. She had to run for
Did.
it, but she got it.
I had to,
Yay.
yeah, I had to be a little bit pushy to get there, but it happened. But yeah, let's start at the beginning, day one of the cruise, and what kind of things happened for you guys for Love Eternal night? And first of all, are you some of you in Group A and some in Group B, or are you all in the same?
I think we were in different groups. A couple of us were in
Yeah,
Mhm.
I was A.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Oh.
A.
A.
Yeah, we were A.
I think we were all
Yeah.
A.
me and
No,
Cindy
I
were
was
in
B.
B.
Me and
Yeah.
Andrew were B.
But the majority were in Group A. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
so that would have been your game show night as well, and then Love
Mhm.
Eternal. So
Mhm.
Mhm.
let's start with Andrea. How did your night go? The very first, like getting all boarded and situated.
Getting boarded was easy and seamless. We got onto the ship, and not even 15 minutes after getting on the ship, I got a selfie with Donnie. So I was like, this is how this cruise is going to be, because I had never been on a cruise before, not a new kids cruise. So that pumped me up right then, right
No
up, right
kidding.
the get go. Sail away, I thought was awesome. We were like right up by the stage, so that was awesome. And I think Cindy got her selfie with Joey there. So we were only like, it was only a couple hours into the cruise, and we'd already had pictures with them. We're like, this is awesome.
Talk about happening quick.
Yeah. And then for Love Eternal, then we had pretty good seat, well, not seats. We were standing right in the front of the stage, right in the front of the T. So that was amazing. Could see everything, and like right up close with them, and I don't know.
And they looked so good in those suits.
They looked amazing in those suits, the glitter, and they just looked all clean and hot.
Clean.
Clean and hot.
You guys look like you showered today.
Yeah.
Yeah, they looked really good.
Yeah.
That's when they were still well rested.
Yeah,
This is true.
And when they
Cindy-
came out to, I just the song that they came out to, I Want to Be Loved by You, that was
Mhm.
awesome too.
Wasn't that the most special thing ever? I love that they did that.
Yes.
And I
It just
like
right.
I like the old vintage photos of them. There's this one
Yes.
picture of Jordan where looks like he's a mechanic and he's shirtless and he's got the crowbar, whatever he's doing. And I've always wondered, was that actually him? And now that confirmed that was actually
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Because it's such an obscure photo. Like,
Mm-hmm.
anyways, I love it. Cindy,
Yeah.
how was your experience boarding?
Oh God. Amazing. Everything like happened, like she said, seamlessly. I was expecting a nightmare because I heard from, the previous cruisers, the veterans love to give you these horror stories. You're gonna pass out, it's hot, you're gonna stand in line for days. And it was just like, I know things changed, after COVID, but everything moved so fast. And then, yeah, within moments of getting on, Donnie was there and Andrea ran and got her selfie. And I was like, oh my God,
Nice.
like this is really what's happening. And then at Sail Away, we had our little spot. And previously, like the week or two before, when Joe had sold the Carnegie tickets or they went on sale, I had posted an Instagram video about the stressful experience of buying those tickets and putting front row tickets in my cart, and then it's shutting down and I didn't have front row tickets anymore. So I posted a video and Joe had reshared it, and commented, DM'd me and was like, did you get tickets? I was like, yeah, not in the front row, Joe. And then he recognized me from the DJ booth.
No.
Oh no, she froze.
and was
Oh.
pointing at me. And at first I'm like,
Nope.
he's putting his hand up saying 4 front row tickets just gone. And I was like, he is talking to me.
We have the video to confirm it.
Yeah. So like that all happened. And then he came down and I got my selfie and I was like, I can get off the boat. I'm more of a Joe girl. I dabble with some of the other guys.
A little lane change here and there.
Yeah, but I'm more of a Joe girl. I was a Joe girl when I was younger. So I was like, I can get off the boat. Like nothing else has to happen. I'm good. It was amazing.
You had that moment. That's awesome.
Immediately. Yeah, it was great. And they looked amazing at Love Eternal. And I love the first album. Like that's my favorite album. I love listening to Squeaky Baby Joey. So any song that they could sing with that from that album, I get excited. So for them to come out with what the heck is the name of it? Why did I just
Well, I want
to be loved by you.
I want to be loved by you. Yeah, that was it for me. I was good. I couldn't believe that this is life. That's what I kept saying. Like,
we
is
just
this for real?
Can we just
Joey,
always call him
this really
Squeaky
be
Baby
for
Joey?
real?
Squeaky Baby Joey.
Yeah.
Squeaky Baby Joey.
Squeaky.
You have the other name. What's the other
We
name?
have lots
for,
of names for Joey.
We have several
Hobo
names for
Joe.
Joe. Hobo Joe.
for young Joe?
Hobo Joe.
Oh,
Joey Joe. Baby Joey Joe.
yeah, there's Joey Joe.
The prepubescent Joe.
Yes. Kelly, how about you? How was your first day?
It was great. I was with them too when Donnie came in, and I think we were going to do the mud thing, and we heard them yelling. So I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna go. And then someone was like, it's Donnie. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going. But I wasn't fast enough, and like people were chasing him from side to side. So I'm like, I'll just walk over, and I just didn't get a picture, but I seen him. I was like close to him, just watching, all the girls. And Sail Away Party was great. It's like I've always seen and read his, the quote that he says and the oath before everyone is ready to go. And then this year, just it got to me, some of the things he said, so it was very special.
I think that was very emotional for so many people, especially with the changes made and the realization that for 2 years we couldn't do anything, and now we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
What about
Yeah.
you, Sandy?
Oh my gosh, it was amazing. So, like everybody said, getting on the boat was easy and great. And I had just like one little goal. I was hoping at some point during the cruise, I would get a picture with Joe besides the meet and greet. And then right there at the Sail Away Party, we hadn't even left Miami, and he pops right up on stage right in front of us. And Nicole and I got that Joey selfie. And I was like, what am I going to do now for the next 4 days? Because that was going to be like my sole goal for this cruise, was to do that. And it happened before we even left Miami. So that was amazing and really set the scene for what the rest of the cruise was going to be like for us. And just an amazing time. We were having fun partying. We were having fun checking out the boat before the game show. And of course, the game show was so much fun and just hysterical. Although I will say, we had no a really side corner, so you couldn't see the screen or anything.
Mhm.
So we were half lost on that whole win, lose, or draw thing. But
Aw.
we could we still could see their antics. We just couldn't see what they were drawing. And
That
of
was
course,
rough for a lot
Sail
of
Away Party
people.
is so hot. Yeah, it does. I don't even know why they have seats that far, because you can't see anything on the screen,
Yeah.
which is like half of all of the shows is what's on the screen. So I don't know. But Sail Away, the Love Eternal night was fantastic. They looked amazing and sounded amazing. And it was just surreal to be on the Lido deck, like we have seen on TV and on the YouTube videos,
Mhm.
dancing with everybody and being like right in the middle of that action, going, oh my God, I'm actually here. It's just, it was amazing.
It was such a gorgeous night, and like the guys looked amazing. And then I had a moment too where we were standing behind one of the sides, the B stages, and Donnie was coming over and saying hi and doing his thing. I mean, we needed to get up over the railing, so I like grabbed his wrist to help him over, and I'm like,
Yay! That would be amazing.
I don't know if I helped him or made it harder. It was cool. It was cool. It was a great night. Nicole, your first day experience.
Well, I was with Sandy, so my experience was a lot like hers. I had the same goal. I wanted that picture with Joe besides the meet and greet. And we had Kayla. She was like, it was all due to Kayla because we were at the sail away party and we were at one of the B stage areas, and she was like, if he comes over here, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna push you guys up, because we were standing behind.
I did.
And he came over and she pushed us up there, and it was amazing. So
Oh.
yeah. So yeah, it was like goal accomplished. And I'm like seeing is like, what are we gonna do now?
I know. I'm so
So
impressed that you guys got so much done day one. And it
yeah.
helps you like just relax and enjoy the rest of it.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Kayla, what about you? Tell me about your day one.
And day one was, oh God, it was kind of, I was anxious
Mhm.
because, you know, like you watch everything and you kind of, you think you know what you're going to expect until you actually get there. I was actually one of the probably maybe the only one or very few that actually flew out that day of. So I know I was fine. And then, you know, I had all the girls like on the ship. They were all messaging me like, where are you? Where are you? And I was waiting for the shuttle from the airport to go to the terminal for the cruise. So my husband came with me. So we were waiting and waiting. Besides that, everything went smooth. It was fine. You know, decorating the door, and that got a little bit crooked there because I was like, let's just go, because I didn't know what to do next, kind of. But it was really something like when Andrea was the only one that I had met previously face to face in person before the cruise. Everybody else I only knew from the chat. So when I finally saw them face to face, it was just so funny. Like when I first met Nicole, Kelly, Sandy, and Cindy, it was just like a hug, like I already knew them.
Yeah.
And we realistically only knew each other by the chat. So like seeing them face to face for the first time, it was just like seeing an old friend that you already knew.
Yeah.
So that was actually really cool because, you know, you put in the faces to the faces that you see on the chat, and you know, that was it. Like I didn't think of it then, but I thought of it after, like we really never even met in person. Like it's crazy. But you know, the game show was it was quite fun because the boat was rocking quite a bit that night.
Oh,
I
I
was
was like, is this how it's
yeah.
going to be the whole time?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
It was
scared.
bad.
I'm like, you know, I've been on boats, I've been on a cruise before. I've never felt the boat move. I'm like, what is going on? And here I am
Mhm.
thinking that maybe it's because we're on deck one, but no, it didn't matter where we were. So I'm like, all right. So everybody was showing like their bracelets. Oh, where's your seat? Where's your row? And mine said table. And they're like, oh, you got a table. So I'm thinking I'm all special. No, I was so far back that if now I'm short, if I put my hand up, I was touching the ceiling.
Oh, up
So
in the second balcony, kind of?
oh, I was as far
Oh,
up as
yeah.
up to me. I was way up there. I was like, oh boy. The only way I could see was I was kneeling on, because it was a table, it was like a stool.
Mm.
But I had to kneel on the stool and then put my phone and Zoom. So I kind of watched the whole thing like that, which was fine. It was
Oh.
hilarious. It was funny. But like everything else, even Love Eternal, like I just like I liked seeing what they were gonna come out wearing.
Yeah.
That was like the fun thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was
I think
cool.
those were my favorite outfits too of everything they've chose was definitely the first night.
Yeah.
Love
they look
Eternal and
good.
Halloween.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Maverick.
Oh,
Anyway, we'll get there.
yeah.
Okay. Going into day two, obviously we had a concert that day. We had beach day. We had, everything going on. Bring Back the Time, which was probably one of my favorite nights for sure. I don't even know where to begin.
Oh,
How many of
God.
you actually got close to the Beach Olympics and saw the actual thing going on? Did you?
We
Tell
were
me
right
about
in the
Yeah.
front.
Well,
Tell me
kind
more
of.
about that because I haven't seen any footage of the actual games. We
I
were
know, me
kind of
neither.
far away, so we couldn't really see what was going on.
Me and Andrea are basically on Danny's team.
Yeah, you were right
We
there.
were so close. We heard everything he was telling them. Like we were right there. We had a really good spot.
Excellent.
Although somebody was sitting on her feet, we were we were right in the front. Somebody
Yeah.
just went in front of her and then sat down basically on her feet.
On
But
Andrea's
Made herself
feet?
Odd.
comfortable.
yeah, yep.
Very weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very
it
odd.
was she wanted to get closer, but I mean we were right there. It
Mm.
was very hot.
Yes.
It was
A
very
sexy hot? Is that what
No,
you
no,
Oh.
no.
Not
burst
sexy
into
hot.
flames hot.
Hot temperature, very
Ah,
Yeah.
but it was fun.
Yeah. So I basically I got there early and stood in line. I just wanted to see them kind of come in and see what this thing was all about.
mhm.
But basically once they got started, people were starting to we were in front, but people were kind of starting to kind of like push a little bit. And I was like, I'm hungry. Let's go find food.
Yeah,
That's what
it was
happened.
it was difficult to get very close or see what was going on. So we kind of just took more time just enjoying the beach and the water during that.
Yeah, the water was so nice.
Yeah.
It's
Me and
funny
my
because
husband went right in the water, and then I didn't even know who won. I had to ask the girls later, and the water was so nice. And then I think Donnie had made an announcement that he was going to do the selfies. So
Mhm.
I get out of the water, and I'm thinking I'm in a line, and then everybody started making a bunch of different lines, and I'm like, I'm too hot. I went back in the water. I'm like, sorry, I'm going back in the water. So that was it.
No doubt. I figured I'd just get a chance to do it later. So I just didn't even try that because it just seemed like it was a mess of people.
hmm
And then he got it organized and then it was good. But I mean, I was like, I'll just try later.
yeah, I think we had
Yeah.
Cindy and I, we took off once they said once they were done with the games and they said, Donnie said he was gonna do selfies, we took off.
Mm.
We didn't stick around because we had just gotten I had got another selfie with Donnie because we were right in the front and he was walking around just doing selfies with everyone in the front. And so I'd already
Andrea
had
made the
another-
right choice.
we made the right choice.
Yeah.
We let everybody else go and get their selfies.
Yep.
Oh. I couldn't get over the water. I mean, I'm a Canadian girl. You don't see stuff like that beautiful in that way around here. We have our own beauty, but the water and the sand was
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
I've never felt sand like that. It was like baby powder,
It was.
right? I mean, I've been to another island over around there for Royal Caribbean, and it was beautiful. But I was like, we also went in March, so I don't know if the water temperature makes a difference. But you know, like when you don't have to test the water over there, you just run
No.
right in.
It was just
You
like
didn't have-
warm.
Yeah.
No toe tapping, no toe dipping. You just
Not like up
Yeah,
here.
beautiful.
no, not up here. No.
I brought
You
out my
run in,
big
you run out.
I brought out my big eggplant floaty. So that I bought on Amazon
no.
just for this trip. It still has some of that sand on it. I was like, ooh, it was great.
Aw.
Did you guys see when Donnie got into the water later with everybody?
I
Yeah.
did.
Were you
Yeah.
there?
No, I saw a video of I don't know whose float he was on.
No
It was
idea.
something funny.
No
Yeah.
We
idea.
were way down at the other end of the beach. So
Yeah, we got out of there.
yeah.
I think there's like 20 or 30 people that were around.
I wasn't there. I
including-
just saw the video. I was, and I think was it you, Kelly, that I told you to? I was like, you didn't see Donnie in the water, and you're like, he went in the water. I'm like, yeah.
I was right close when they were doing all the games, and I was like right behind John's team, and I had like they thought they kept pushing, so they thought I was part of the team. So I just sat there and watched. And then right after that, I was like, okay, it's hot, I'm leaving. And Donnie was like, selfies, and I'm like, yep, I'm not gonna do it. So I just left then.
Selfies.
Yeah.
when we were talking about that night group A concert, for those of you who were there, feel free to put your hand up for this one. Tell me what you thought were some of the best moments of the concert, and group B too. Honestly, may as well just talk about the concert in general.
My favorite part
Cindy.
is the first album. Anytime I hear the first album, stop it, girl. I was like, yes, I'm up there doing the choreography because I remembered it. I get so excited. I
Mhm.
love the first album. That was my favorite part, hands down.
Oh yeah, mine was just
Popsicle.
like that because Popsicle.
Yeah.
Popsicle. So excited to hear Joe sing Popsicle.
That's so good. Kelly?
I liked Dirty Dog because they've never sing that song. And I actually, when we were standing in line, I heard them like playing the music and I was like, oh my God, are they doing the song? And so when they did it, I was all excited because they really, not many people seen them perform that because, you know, you all left.
That's one of my favorite songs by them.
Yeah, I love it. So it was good to
The
hear that.
Jordan growl.
Yeah, I was
And
gonna.
a little better seat
Yeah.
because we were up where next to Sandy and Nicole, and we couldn't see anything. So the night before for the game show, we seen like a bench that was open the whole time, and I'm like, wow, these people didn't come. So the second night, me and another girl who's my roommate were like, if they don't come, we're gonna move there. And Rose Tours said we could, so we moved, and we actually had a little view better than like there was a pole there, but we still could see much better than up in the seats where we were. So I enjoyed that concert.
Oh, so much better. I'm glad that you got that.
Yeah.
I was thinking, speaking of Dirty Dog, I was thinking about door decorations for next year, and I kind of want to just find a big blow up poster of Joe wearing ski goggles in the music video, and that'd be my door.
That would
It's
be
so
awesome.
funny.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so
Ridiculous.
yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Do
that's
it.
my
Do
mission.
it.
That's my mission. But yeah, I think what also like with the concert, I've really found out how funny Joe is because like, where were you in '94? Just these jokes about and talking about the Coca-Cola Classic fiasco, like everything was just hilarious.
I love him.
I love those moments. And then that night, bring back the time. What are some highlights for each of you?
Cool.
Oh, Nicole will have to tell it.
Yeah, so we were kind of behind the stage by the pool, and I felt like we were having our own little party back there. We had, was it Slash and
We had Slash
Axel?
and Axel back there with us.
yeah,
And George effing Michael was back there with us.
George
Yeah.
effing Michael.
yes.
Yeah. It was the full word on the back of that vest, but you know,
Yeah, and everyone was jumping in the pool because it was really hot that night.
it was so hot.
And so we were in the part where you just kind of like put your feet in. We weren't like in the pool.
Mhm.
And they had kept on trying to get us to jump in. But we're like, no, we don't want to jump in just yet. And so I went to the bathroom or to get a drink or something. And I guess they had talked Sandy into it. And she's like, well, no.
Pressure.
I'm not going to do it unless Nicole does it.
I can't do it without Nicole. No.
Yeah. And so I come back and she's like, I think we're jumping in the pool.
Yeah. But she had said she wanted to earlier in
Yeah.
the evening. And I was the one that was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. And they kind of peer pressured me into it. So when she got
Yeah.
back, I was like, okay, well, I guess we're jumping in the pool now.
And so we jumped into the pool and it was amazing. And thank goodness, though, we got out before the poop.
Yes.
That was the poop night?
That was the
poop
poop
Of the
night.
night.
pool pool?
Yeah,
Right
the
after
poop
we got
pool.
out and left, actually,
Yeah.
because we went to get dry
Oh.
clothes and we just
Yeah.
missed it. Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. I'm so glad you missed it. Oh wow. Even
Yeah.
Donnie knows
Yeah.
about the poop pool now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, it was amazing, but we got out before the poop.
Yes.
So poop-ageddon.
Poop again. But we had a great view of Joe and Jordan dancing back there because they were on the back of the stage for a good
Mhm.
chunk of the night,
Yeah.
dancing and having their own little party up there.
Yeah.
And they were hysterical that night, especially after those sweaters came off and they were back there dancing in their wet t-shirts. And it was just hilarious.
And John, what a treasure
my
that
God, John.
night.
Oh my God.
Oh, John.
I don't know
John.
who it was I was standing with, and they said every time I look at John in that wig, all I see is Teen Wolf. And then I could not unsee it. And I was like,
He He's just so
Wait.
excited. He was so excited about everything, and it warmed my heart when the fireworks were on, and he was just so enthralled by
Yeah,
it.
that
He
was
looked like a little kid. His face was just so lit up on those fireworks.
no, that
It
was
was
really
joy.
that was I don't even know. No, I can't say amazing. It was just like
It was fun. We couldn't see the fireworks where we were, so we were
Mhm.
actually just watching John's reaction to the fireworks.
Yep.
oh no, Cindy.
But yeah,
What?
Cindy had a great night that night.
Cindy
she
had a
did.
lovely night.
Yeah.
It was not.
Cindy.
I
It's
had the lowest of the low, and then I went the highest of the high. So Donnie premiered that Blue Bloods episode, and I was fully clothed in my Rhythm Nation Janet Jackson costume. I mean, head to toe, boots, hat, the
My
key
phone.
earring.
I met you that night because I remember complimenting you on your outfit.
Probably. Was I standing up, or did I was I on the ground?
You were still standing.
Because during the Blue Bloods episode, I fainted.
What? No.
Yeah, I fainted. So had a little medic come over. They were checking my blood sugar, checking my blood pressure. They took my jacket off. They gave me water, and I hung out for like an hour or so with them. They were checking my vital signs and stuff. And they're like, the security was like, sit in the ADA section. So I sat there, and about 45 minutes later, Donnie's calling me on stage because I have Janet Jackson on and they're playing Nasty Boys. And I was like, no, I can't go. I just fainted. And Kelly's like, you don't tell Donnie no. So there I went. So I'm up on stage, a little concerned that I don't know if I'm okay, but I went up there. I did like one little verse of Janet. Then I turned around and couldn't believe that this is my life. And left Jordan hanging. Everybody needs to hear this. So I'm handing the mic to Donnie, and I'm hugging him with one arm, and the other arm sees, I'm a Joey girl. I'm hugging Joey, and poor Jordan's in the middle trying to give me the high five. Never saw it. He left hanging.
It's just like that.
And there's video and there's pictures, and I'm like, I left Jordan hanging. And I haven't made it right. I'm going to make it right with him because it's literally funny because there's like pictures like where he kind of looks awkward after like, she left me hanging, and I feel bad about it. But I ran, I was like, Joey, and Jordan's just put his hand up. So and then I spent the entire rest of the night up on stage in the back. So I saw I saw Nicole and Sandy from the stage, and I was videoing Joey and Jordan.
I want to see some of your videos and pictures, guys. I'll make sure I check them out. You gotta send me some pictures we can use for the episode too.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Is there anything else we should talk about for that night, or should we move on to the next day?
Well, that night is the night that I got my Jordan selfie.
Yes.
That was my goal for the cruise. I got it that night. I was set.
in that wig. He's wearing that wig.
No, he had the wig off. He had that silly hat on and the glasses. Yeah.
Where did he get those?
Gold chain.
He got them. I think he was taking pieces from fans.
Yeah, because he had a fake mic too. I thought it was Kelly's, but it wasn't.
It was like
it was some other gem.
I'm like, where is he getting all this stuff?
I don't.
He took the glasses from one person. The hat was from another person. The blow up microphone was from somebody else.
Yeah.
Very interesting watching him show off his chest and body rolls while he was wearing those glasses and hat. I'm like,
yeah. Yes.
It was good. It was good stuff. And John flashing his bum.
Yeah.
That whole night was just quality entertainment.
That was a great night.
That was funny. Yeah.
It was my favorite.
Joe ripping his shirt off and then dancing in the back, and whatever happened to that sweater.
Yeah, Jordan's sweater.
Jordan's sweater.
Or Jordan's sweater.
It took me so long to realize that I had no idea that Donnie and Jonathan switched shirts.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Oh,
I
that
was
good.
dressed as Jordan with the overalls and the one strap off and the Batman shirt and the hat.
Were you?
And I was, yeah. And that was when, well, Kelly helped me with that because I'm like, I just want him to see. I'm like, I won't talk. He doesn't have to talk to me. I just want him to see it.
Yeah.
So Kelly says to me, wave at him. And I'm like, what? Because, we were close. And I'm like, wave. I'm like, I'm not going to just say hi. Why? And she's like, because he'll look. And then the rest, I don't know. I'm like, I still swore it wasn't to me. It's just like, well, who else would it be to?
He was waving back.
Yeah, because I was like, all right, 1, 2, 3, we'll both wave. And then like he looked and we're waving and he's like, hi. And
She's
like,
pointing
"That's
to
not-
my.
It's for you.
He didn't. Yeah, I saw because I was standing with you guys. He pointed to your shirt, like his
Yeah.
shirt, like saying, he noticed that it was the Batman.
Yeah.
So he
And then
definitely
he did
saw
like a
you.
thumbs up, a wave, a little wink. And I was like, I looked right at Kelly. I was like, that wasn't to me. She's like, who else would it be?
That's
Oh, boy.
amazing. Then one of my girlfriends, one of our other friends, Jennifer, was dressed up as Jordan with the overalls and such too. She made it on stage.
I saw that with the
I
no
remember
I was
shirt
next to
underneath.
her.
Yeah.
Did she have like she was trying to look like he was shirtless?
Yeah.
Was that her?
That was her.
Yeah. So while we're videoing, while Joe was on one side and Jordan was on the other,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Are you you're a Jordan girl?" And she's like, "Yeah." I said, "Well, I'm a Joey girl. Let's switch." And we switched sides so that we could get
That's
better
so
footage
funny.
of our guy. Yeah. Yep. I was
Aw.
right next to her.
Yeah.
Friday night. That was Friday night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Me and Sydney went to the after party that night.
Yeah.
That was good. How late did you stay?
Not
I
too
don't
late.
even know.
It was probably after 5, I think.
Oh yeah. That was fun.
Oh my goodness.
Great time.
That was really fun. I was excited on the first after party because I got to meet Hide. Do you guys know Hide from Japan?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I looked over and I'm like dancing, and then I'm like, Hide's dancing right next to me.
Hide.
I mean, he's just so happy, and I'm just so happy, and it was like, yeah, that guy's full of joy. I love him.
He is.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Dope Nostalgia listeners, I love you and I thank you so much for being a part of this show and its success over the last 2 years. We have what's called Patreon for those who want to support the show financially. For as little as $1 a month, you can become a subscriber and get bonus content, early podcast release, all kinds of cool behind-the-scenes stuff, and more. There's different tiers of membership starting at only $1 a month. And we even have some special merch for you guys who are in it for the long run. So please join our Patreon. It's at www.patreon.com/dope nostalgia.
It's Magic Summer from Coca-Cola Classic.
You never know wherever you go, you might find magic in a Coca-Cola Classic.
The icy cold, real cola taste of Coca-Cola Classic. It'll make your summer magic.
There's magic in the real thing. Can't beat the real thing.
Okay, day 3, beach day number 2. Did you guys make it back to the beach?
No.
We didn't make it back.
We wanted to, but we were so tired.
Uh,
I took that morning to sleep because I
Mm.
even slept right through my excursion. I just said, screw it. I need to rest.
I don't even
Wow,
know what
you
I
actually
did that
slept.
day.
I had five that day. so
We
I-
slept that day.
We were so tired.
Yeah.
So we decided that we had enough fun at the beach the day before that we're just gonna chill so we can have more fun at the party that night.
right.
Wise decision.
Yeah.
We'll know that for
I
next
don't remember
cruise.
what I did that day.
We
Well,
were
I
at
know
the
we walked
bar.
out to you.
Yeah, we
Oh,
were at
yeah,
the bar,
no, that was
Kayla.
That was the
That's
day
why
that
she doesn't remember.
my husband was talking to I saw him talking to a guy, and you know, we were at the bar. I know Andrea and oh yeah, were we all there?
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
Okay, so we were all there, and then I hear my husband telling me, like, honey, come here. And I was like, hold on. He's like, no, come here. So I was like, what? You know, like, okay, it's something serious. So the guy he was talking to was just trying to say, you know, oh, you're from Rhode Island. And I was like, yeah. I'm like, my husband called me over here because this guy's from Rhode Island. Like, okay. So I noticed the wife was standing next to him, and he was saying like how if I remember when Jordan used to have a gym. And I said, yeah. And then the wife's like, he's not going to just get to the point. So just get to the point. And he's like, my name is David Knight. I'm their older brother. I was like,
Oh, nice.
yeah. So that was my day. No, he was a nice guy. He didn't want to just come out and be like, oh yeah, I'm their brother. Like, so he was a nice guy. It was just kind of funny the way he was trying to tell me, but without actually getting to it. It was funny. Yeah.
I didn't know Jordan did he sell the gym? Doesn't have it anymore?
It doesn't have it
No, it's
anymore.
not there anymore.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure what was going on with that because we never know what Jordan's doing.
No, we don't.
No.
No, we
Our-
don't.
Our mystery guy.
Mhm.
We have
Unicorn.
theories, but
Yeah.
we don't know for sure.
Our theories
We
are
try to
fun.
track them down sometimes, but
Yeah.
it doesn't work.
No. Now, Kayla, you mentioned your husband was there too with you. What did he think of the cruise?
He liked it. And the very last night, which we didn't get to yet, but I wish I had it on record, like I recorded it or something, because the very last night, even though he swears he'd never said this, he was jumping up and down saying, I'm an effing blockhead. Very
Aw.
happy and excited. So, and the thing is too, is like all the girls know him, and you know, like he was constantly checking on Cindy to the point that I was like, all right, honey. I didn't want him to, he's like, are you okay? Do you feel any better? Like everybody knows him. So I joke with him now, and I'm like, well, for the next one, you're going to have to get a shirt made that says the Blockhead Chicks security, because it's always good having like, you know, a different, like somebody that can be more protective there, because there was so many times that I don't know what I would have done if he wasn't there. And, you know, but he did like it. He thinks he got to say something to each one of them at the meet and greet, but he did like it.
And I'm sure the
He had
guys
to
love
have,
that
because
too,
he
meeting
agreed
the
for another
husbands.
one. So
That's perfect. Yeah, meeting the husbands is probably awesome for them too. And did any the rest of you have any significant others with you on the cruise?
No.
No.
Left them.
No.
My husband went to 7 mixtape tours with me this summer, so he had enough.
He got his fill? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't let him. Like, nope, this is just me and the girls.
That night, Halloween Harbor. That's obviously what I mentioned earlier when I met Nicole. I think I met Sandy too.
Yeah, I was right with her the whole time.
Yeah.
Did I meet Kelly
wasn't I
too?
standing near you?
Maybe. Yeah. So, well, Kelly was kind of in front of us, I think, in the
Okay.
ADA
She
section.
was in the
familiar.
ADA and a little over from us.
Yeah. And then Kayla came in a little bit later.
Okay.
That's what I mean. Wasn't I standing next to you guys for a little bit?
Yeah, for a while
Yeah.
you were.
Yeah.
I was the big can.
Yeah, because you were right next to me for a while.
Yeah,
We even
I
have
was.
video of that.
Oh goodness. Yes. Oh wait. Oh God. I don't know what we were singing.
Oh, you guys were
Doesn't
so
matter.
nice. I really enjoyed meeting you and just
Did
like,
I meet you face to face that night?
I don't know because I don't remember a big can.
I don't know. I met so many people.
I
She was
wasn't
on the other
drunk.
side of me. So
Okay.
Nicole was on one side of me and Kayla was on the other side of me. And I think you were on the other side of Nicole.
I was
Yeah.
because I was next to the Star Wars crew
Yeah.
and Chewbacca.
Same. Chewbacca. Oh my gosh. I don't know how she did that. Even
she
when
was
she
my
had to
roommate.
I don't know how she did that.
She had one of those neck fans in there, but it didn't really do enough.
Yeah.
So she wasn't able to keep it on for long. It was a little rough for her, but I'm glad she tried. She's happy though because she got a shout out from Joe. You know?
Yeah. I remember
So-
that. Yeah.
So that was really cool for her. But yeah, what's some of your favorite parts of Halloween Harbor and their outfits and everything?
See, I loved all of their outfits. But that night for me was probably stepping away from the Lido deck and just going and eating pizza.
Yeah.
I know that sounds so lame, but we were just so
Wow.
tired by that point. We're just like, let's go find food. Seems to be a theme with me.
Oh yeah, and then you're gonna feel better for day 4.
Yeah.
Exactly. Have a relaxed day.
Yeah, so I think we left right after you left. I think we left shortly after that.
That was it. I
Although-
was like, once I got that selfie, I'm like, okay, I'm good. I went and found everybody, and I went all over the boat and just partying and just being like,
Yeah.
Yeah. One of my favorite pictures though is from that night, even though we didn't stay a really long time. And I didn't even realize this. I don't think I even knew this picture was taken until I saw it later in Donnie's selfies when he posted all of his selfies. And there was that picture, and Nicole and I were dressed as the Average Joes from Dodgeball. So we were wearing these bright yellow jerseys that said Average Joes on them. And there's a picture of Donnie taking a selfie and looking at us. And we were smiling together. And I don't even know if he took, I didn't know he took it because I thought he was taking a selfie with somebody else. And so the
You were
picture
just
came
smiling.
out so cute because he's like taking a picture and he's looking at us with this big smile on his face. And Nicole and I are just like being cheesy, all smiley in these matching little shirts.
you
And
have to send me that picture so I can put it.
it's really cute. I really
social
like
media.
it. So, and I don't even actually remember it being taken, but when I scrolling through Donnie's pictures afterwards and I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, like
What a
he
nice
actually saw
surprise.
some stuff. It was a great surprise.
Oh, what a fantastic night too. And I guess anything else we want to touch on for night 3?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Kayla's got something.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
Kayla.
This, I have to say, this is all Kelly because this one, I don't know. It was just go Kelly. It was all because of you. I don't even know. It was just
No, Kayla was standing next to me and Jordan was coming off the stairs. And he stopped to take a couple pictures with a couple people, which I was like, oh, he's in a good mood. He's taking pictures. Let's go.
Mhm.
So Kayla was next to me and I'm like, get your phone, and she's like, it's fumbling in her hand. I'm like, give me your phone. So I'm like, get it on the picture mode. And then he's coming and I'm like, and I push her with him. I'm like, can you take a picture? So I take 7 pictures, just trying to get it all. And then she just kind of was very emotional and happy. And I had to sit her in my chair because she was
literally
yeah.
falling.
You did it.
It's the cutest picture ever.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of funny because there is the good picture.
Something happened to your volume.
Yeah.
Yeah, something happened to your audio.
Yeah. Your microphone maybe.
Does that a lot.
We can hear you, but it sounds like you're like on like a 80s telephone.
Maybe I am now. Is it okay?
It just happened. Okay. Try
Okay.
again. It's better now.
Okay.
No,
But,
it's not.
No?
It started to sound better and then it didn't. That was weird.
You know what? That's okay. We'll work with it.
Okay. I'm on the 80s telephone.
Okay.
But no, because Kelly took so many different pictures. So if you go through them, my first face, the face I'm making is not a smile. and then it like you see us gradually going from to it was kind of funny. But Kelly's like, that's not my favorite picture. You know which one it is? And I was like, which one? The one I'm making a funny face? And she goes, no. She took a picture of when he was walking down the stairs and I was in front of him and it was like we were like looking at each other. So it was
Aw.
cute because I was dressed as La Croix, his favorite salsa drink. The big
That's what
can.
you were just. Okay. So he must
I
have
don't even
loved
know
that.
if you know this.
And there's a height difference, so it's like he's looking down at her, and
I'm
the
very
light
short.
behind her and stuff. It was cute.
But I was like, look at this from this moment.
This is love right here. That's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
And once again, like I said, I'll need to put these pictures in the social
Oh,
media.
yeah.
'Cause I just can't wait to see them.
The first one is probably the funniest because my face. I didn't know I made that face. I don't know what's wrong with me. I thought I would just be all smiles, but it was.
I always
Great
get
set of
this
pictures.
stunned look on my face when I have a picture with Jordan. Like, oh, at meet and greets. I was like, I'm like, oh, what am I doing?
Well, see, that was the first picture ever. Like, and again, I still didn't even say a word, but it was just the fact that I finally got to do it, and because of Kelly, and I was like, I would have, because like I say all this stuff, but then when it comes down to it, I would never. I'm not the type of person to just go up to any of them and just be like, "Hey, take a picture with me." I can't do it. I
Yeah.
can't even be like, "Hi, like, can you want to take a picture?" Like, I can't. I'm not like that. I just, I respect them, and if they happen to walk by when my phone's on the mode that Donnie said, then great. But if not,
Yeah.
I'm not going to bother them. So, if it wasn't for her, that wouldn't have happened. And my 5-year-old self definitely. I was bawling. It was like it was so weird. She's like, "Don't cry," and that's one thing you don't tell someone that's starting to, and then it just like
gets worse.
Yep.
I'm really happy for you, Kayla. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thanks, Kelly.
last day. Let's go over what happened. I'm at the point where I'm like, what even happened? Oh, right, GPS and meet and greet. Does anybody have any stories from the photo op?
No.
Nicole.
Well, okay. So I've had a few meet and greets, and if you're a Joe girl, then you know that Joe can come in all different forms whenever it comes to those meet and greets. You never know what you're going to get. And we walked in there and we discovered that we had what we call Hobo Joe.
Hobo Joe.
Yes, Hobo Joe. And I'm like, okay. So we get up there and, Sandy's being all really nice, like, oh, we're going to see you at Carnegie. Da, 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 da. Yeah. And I get up there and I just kind of look at him, kind of look up and down, and I'm just like, what the hell, Joe? And I'm like, what just came out of my mouth? Oh my gosh.
The look on his face was priceless. It was amazing. So good.
It's just like, why did I just say that? And then we take the picture and I'm like, if I would have known that we were doing this, I could have just rolled out of bed in my costume from last night. Like, why do I keep talking like this? Like I'm
talking.
Yeah, can I just stop? I'm gonna stop. And as I was walking away, he put his hand on my shoulder and he just stared at me up and down, like this death stare. I'm like, yeah, this is not good. I had word vomit. I was tired. I was so sleepy. Oh my gosh. And I'm like, I just wanted to wear my sweats too. That's all it was. I just wanted to wear my sweats too.
I didn't know this was going to be a thing.
Yeah. So
I had a good giggle at what he was wearing.
Yeah. But all I can say is that I'm just glad that he chose to wear the Joe shirt,
yes,
or sweater instead of Jordan's, because we know where that was.
What happened to Jordan's sweater?
Well,
I'm pretty sure we got pictures of that too.
Yeah, he was. That was it. Joe was doing things to that sweater.
Flossing.
Oh.
Flossing with it.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was flossing with it. Yeah.
With Jordan's sweater?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed all that.
Yeah. So hopefully. Yeah. Yeah. So
as long as it didn't end up in the poop pool.
Yeah, true. I know, right?
Any other meet and greet stories? That one's good. That one's really good.
Kayla has a good one too.
I know. I feel like it's all about me. I'm always talking. Okay. So it's a meet and greet story linked to why I became a fan in the first place, but I'll try and put it together. So when I was about 5, I became a fan because my oldest sister and I immediately had a crush on Jordan. My mom told me because Rhode Island and Boston hour-ish drive. Not really.
Mhm.
Depends on traffic. She would tell me I could write him letters and then he would write me back. So for a long time, that's what happened. I would write Jordan a letter, Jordan would write me a letter back for a long time. And even when I got to be an adult, I believed it. Didn't know. My mom, she passed away when I was 11, and my dad passed away when I was really young. So I was never able to ask, hey, remember when I used to write Jordan letters? So it wasn't until I was married with kids and I said to my sister, remember when Jordan and I used to write me letters? And she was just like, you're so stupid. That was mommy. And, you know, it was funny because, you know, but then at the same time, I should have realized it, but I still was kind of mad in a way. I was like, no way. So when I mentioned that, I was like, this is too much for me to say to Jordan. What do I do? So Kelly said, why don't you make a Dear Jordan shirt? And I said, well, what's that? And she's like, you know, just have a couple lines, what you want to say on the shirt. Like, Dear Jordan, when I was younger, I used to write you letters and I really believed you were my pen. I'm like, how do I do that? And she's like, I'll do it. I was like, no way. No, I'm like, you're no way. So she really did. And to this day, I keep saying, she's like, it's not a big deal. But to me, it was like so special. So I wore it and I was able to say I'm nervous. Well, after much rehearsing in the meet and greet line, because Kelly was in my photo group and so was Nicole and Sandy. Um, I said to him, you know, I'm really nervous. So whatever I wanted to say to you is on my shirt. And he was just like, I'll read your shirt, something like that. And then, you know, we took the pictures. I don't remember where I smiled, but apparently I did. And then after, I was going to step in front of him so he could read my shirt, but instead he put his hand on my shoulder and just kind of did a little turn, had his arm out and was just reading my shirt. But I didn't want to like get morbid and be like, you know, my mom, she passed away. And I just said, I really believed you were my pen pal. And he kind of like laughed and was like, that's too funny. So that was pretty cool. That's as
Aw,
short as I can get it.
thank you for that. That's really
No,
sweet.
it
That's
was,
cool. It's kind of like your parents trying to make things magical for you.
that's the thing. It's like, I wasn't mad. Obviously, I'm not gonna be mad, but you know, I was like, that is amazing that she even had that as an idea because I was in kindergarten learning how to write. So I was like learning how to write. And I mean, I don't know what I would write on there. It was probably like today at school, you know, I don't know. But I mean, it worked. Whatever it did, it worked. And I really believed her for a long time. Like I remember getting off the bus and she'd be like, oh yeah, Jordan wrote you back. And I was like, oh, okay.
I love this
And I
so
never
much.
bragged about it to my friends. Like I know it was like, you know, oh, Jordan writes letters to me. And it was like my secret. I never said anything until it was probably, I want to say around 9 years ago. I found out the truth. No lie.
I think
9
it's
years
really,
ago.
really fun memory to have. I think that's
It
really,
is. Yeah.
really adorable.
Yeah. That's it.
How did it, did anybody else have anything they want to add to the meet and greet?
Cindy.
What, my picture?
Oh, yeah.
Your picture.
Yeah, well, I walked in, I gave everybody a hug, you know, just like all you guys did. And then you know, I'm approaching Joe and he brings up the tickets again. So now I'm like, he definitely knows me now. Like he's connecting me only to this. So something else has got to happen for after Carnegie. Otherwise he's gonna forget who the hell I was. But when we got the photo group pictures back, I don't know what I was thinking, but I turned the other way and kind of rested my butt on his thigh. It's a very unique pose. I like, you know, I had to get my right side, even though I was on the wrong side of him to go that way. I think I still like just turned this way and my butt is kind of on his thigh. I don't know, I'm feeling myself, I guess. I don't know. I said, this is one shot. I'm just gonna let him know what I'm working with.
He didn't.
That's great.
I didn't know I did it until the photo group pictures came back and I was like, why am I facing that way?
It kind of looks like he's taking the picture with you.
Yeah, yes, my meet and greet. Hello.
Yes.
It's ridiculous. It's funny. We
Joe.
laughed a lot.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
There's a guy in my photo. There's a guy to my left who's like supposed to be standing with Joe, but for some reason he's turned towards me. And it looks like he's like my husband or something.
No.
I didn't, I'm like,
Interesting.
I never knew he was there.
Hmm.
So it's kind of
That's
funny.
funny.
Kind of
I
funny.
don't like mine. I swear whoever took those photos, they photoshopped me. I don't know what happened. I was like so upset when I saw that picture. I was like, And I'm not one like everybody has bad pictures. That's fine. I don't care about that. But this was just like, that's not me.
Yeah, it
It
didn't
doesn't
look
even, and then I think Jordan messed up my hair because it looks like I have a big poof. I'm like, what's that? I'm like, my hair is so thin. Why I had my
Yeah.
hair down and it was a big lump. And I'm like, that's where his hand was. Hey.
I'd let him mess up my hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It was just a picture. I
Do whatever
looked
he
so
wants.
weird.
Mixtape tour. In my photos, he's wearing the mask. So I'm like, okay, this is going to be great. Photo op again. No mask. He's wearing, we walk in, he's wearing sunglasses.
Sunglasses.
Yeah.
You know what? I had sunglasses on my head and I should have put them down for the picture. I thought of that after. So we would have been like
You guys
matching.
can look cool together. in
Yeah,
your
we would have been
glasses.
awesome together.
I think we should all bring sunglasses next time and just like have them ready.
I was
Yeah.
wishing I'd put mine
Standard.
on for that Donnie selfie because he was wearing them. And I wish I'd pulled mine out and put it on for that selfie because I don't really like how that selfie turned out.
I don't
think
like
I
my
would have enjoyed
selfie
it
that he
more
did.
with it if I'd had my sunglasses on.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm gonna run right out of the bed, roll out, run, get
I
in the
was gonna
line.
say Nicole's
I'm
gonna
not
bring
getting
an
ready.
emergency pack of sweats.
Yeah.
It's going to be another Hobo Joe experience.
Yeah, but watch him be dressed up if and I'm gonna be the hobo. Like, yeah.
Watch him remember you and be like,
And
what the
then
hell, Nicole?
Yes,
Yeah.
I was gonna say that. That's so
Yeah.
funny.
I was just
Yeah.
wearing my night crew shirt by Sparkle by Night. And then I did my
Nice.
hair and stuff.
Aw.
And then right after that, I ran into Jordan and John's mom and sisters, and they were wearing their night crew shirts.
Mhm.
Aw, cute.
And then we had a picture together, all wearing them, and it was really
Aw.
sweet.
Yeah.
I love it, love it, love it,
I-
love it.
My memory of because that's the first time I ever did a meet and greet. And I was so calm. And I don't know why I was so calm. I mean, I had a couple of drinks before, but but I think I told Cindy this the other day, and she goes, I think it's because we were just deliriously tired.
Mhm.
So that mixed with a couple of drinks, I was like totally calm. I'm like, I'm going up there. I'm going to meet these guys for the first time. And I was fine. I'm like, I'm going to be like standing next to Jordan and I'm fine. It was really weird.
I'm glad it
might
was that way
be-
for you.
Yeah, I didn't have butterflies or anything.
That's actually, now that you're saying that, Andrea, I'm like thinking maybe there's a reason why they did it on like the last day because you see them so much for so many
Maybe
days
that's it too.
before.
Yeah.
So, because if it was like, say if it was that first night, everybody would be like, oh my God, you know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
would be crazy.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
maybe that's why you're just like, oh yeah, it's these
I'm
guys.
like, yeah, they're my friends now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a little bit too comfortable. I'm just like
Yeah, you were.
giving him my
hell?
opinions. Like, okay, yeah. He probably
That's
hates me now,
funny.
but
You know, I joke and I
know.
say that I was calm. However, I did not utter a word to Jordan.
Yeah, it's hard getting words out to him. I
Because he
don't
didn't
know.
look like he was interested and he was just like staring straight ahead. And I'm like, I feel like I'm going to bother him. So I didn't. Next time.
I think he's
it was fun though. Yeah.
Yeah. I heard that
Yeah.
he was telling people because he had fallen the night before.
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah.
I heard that he was telling people like
Okay.
stuff like he had a
Who got the
concussion.
confirmation that it was a joke?
Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly.
Kelly saw.
So yeah, Jordan, Joe, and the Knight family were on my flight home.
Yeah.
I didn't know until I got up to go use the restroom, and Jordan's getting up at the same time. So I was like, oh, okay. And then when I went to the other one, I was walking back up, and then here comes Joey, and I'm like, oh, he's here too. Okay. So I was walking to baggage claim and my husband's outside. So I walk out to see him and Joey's 2 steps in front of me. And my husband says to Joe, because he walks right by him, he goes, "Did you bring my wife home in one piece?" And Joe's like, "Uh-huh." And he kept walking. I'm like, "Leave him alone. He's very tired, honey." And then Jordan was at baggage claim as well. And I didn't say anything. I just stood there and then he approached me and was, asking how you holding up. And I was like, "Oh, I'm okay, tired. How are you?" He's like, "I'm okay." He goes, "I don't know how Donnie does it. He just, and we chatted for another few minutes and then he got my bag. Said, "Enjoy your
That's
time
so
off."
cool.
So, but he was very sociable, and just like very friendly, which a lot of people were upset that he wasn't like that during the meet and greet, but he was very different, he was just like a normal person able to like talk. And I think maybe because I didn't approach him, he felt more comfortable just saying hello.
Mhm.
I think that's what it is with I think I get upset when I hear people say like they're upset with their meet and greet
Mhm.
experience with him. I'm like, he's from what I understand, he gets anxious. So
Yeah.
I understand that. I have anxiety. I get it.
Yeah, even though I
Mhm.
didn't talk to him or anything, I wasn't upset with my experience at all.
I've never
Yeah.
been upset with my meet and greet experience with him.
Yeah.
I just
Same.
accept him for who he is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I always think that he's quiet, but he's lovely. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do
Yay,
He had some great
Jordan.
experiences with him.
talk.
So
You don't need to talk. It's fine.
Yeah, he doesn't need to
But
talk. No.
that's why Kelly had asked him about.
Oh, and yeah, I did ask him about that. I said, "How are you?" I guess there was a rumor that you had a concussion or something. And he goes, "Oh no, I just made that up." I was like, "Oh,
He was telling
okay."
people, he's like, yeah, I hurt my knee. I dislocated my knee. I had concussion. I think he's just a fun sense of humor. He's just messing with everybody.
Yeah.
Mhm. And it worked because everybody's like, "Oh no, he has sunglasses
Oh.
because concussion."
Yeah. Oh no.
The light's too bright.
He's laughing.
And then when I told my husband that, because when Kelly, because at that point we had all, either already gotten home on the way home, we were waiting for our flight, and I told my husband, and my husband's remark was, "That's smart. He's smart to say to do that, because then people are kind of like."
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
I love him.
Me too.
Me
I'm not a Jordan girl, but I did see a post on one of the pages on social media where Marlene was writing back his mom just about the girls that were complaining about Jordan and everything, and she was like, just take him for what he gives you as an entertainer, and don't expect or ask for more than that.
That's true.
He doesn't owe you more than that. And I thought that was like,
He doesn't owe you more than that. There you go. It's
Mhm.
true.
Yeah.
It is true. I think because people are, you kind of get spoiled with Donnie, like he's just
amazing.
right there, right up in, you want me, here you go. And, Joey's he's funny and like really funny. But I
Yeah.
mean, him too. Like, so I guess, they're all different personalities, and I guess they expect him to be not like that, but more, especially now that he's not on social media at all. And that's what I'm assuming anyway, but you
Everyone
can't.
wants a special moment with them because of how much they mean to them.
Yeah.
Some get it and some
Yeah, but it's
won't.
also the way I mean, like, that's like anybody though. Like, because if somebody came up to me and that even if I knew them and they were just like, "Oh my God, like I want a picture," like, like that's gonna make you shut down, like as a person.
Yeah. I agree.
No matter who you are, it makes you shut down. So it's like all about approaching the right way. Like that day on GPS night, and that's why I was kind of like, I heard that I guess he had jumped off the stage or ran off the stage. Like it looked like he had to use the bathroom quick or something on GPS night. And I didn't know that. And before that had happened, I kind of looked at my husband and I was like, "Honey, I'm done. I'm done." Because we were like already partying and everything. And I'm like, all right, that last night was when it kind of all hit me. where I was like, all right, I need to go to bed or something. And I guess my husband thought I was going to the bathroom, and I was actually going to the elevator. And I got in the elevator, not really paying attention, drinks in, I'm on my phone. And I go to look in the corner of my eye, I can see a blurry Celtics jersey. And then I'm looking, and I'm like, oh, fuck. And there's the night with the 0, and there's Jordan in the elevator with his hands on the wall and his head down. Like almost like like when someone's arrested and they're getting search position. And his bodyguard was with him. What's his name, Kelly? Okay. And it was only us 3 in the elevator. And I was like, I'm not supposed to be here or something. So, I just stood there, didn't say a word. And then he turned to look at me, the bodyguard, and I was like, I lip said, I'm sorry. And he was like, so then when we got to 7, that was where he was getting out. He kind of turned and looked, and I was like, I'm so sorry. And he's like, no, you're all right. You're all right. And I was just like, oops. Like, I felt like I wasn't supposed to be in there. But he was probably like that because God only knows who was going to get on it. I don't know. But anyways, somebody said that he had got off the stage really quick. And I'm still looking for a video somewhere if somebody has that. They said he made a beeline off the stage or something.
He probably also needed a moment to cool down or something.
Looked like he had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It was just so weird. I'm like, on the whole ship, all those people, I ended up in that one elevator. Like it wasn't a bunch of us. It was just me. I don't know where my husband went. It was me, the bodyguard, and Jordan. I was just trying to get back to my room.
Yeah.
It's so weird how things happen.
I'm loving all these stories I'm so glad you guys have so many cool stories, of different little unique events that happened. But to wrap things up, when we're talking about GPS night later on in the night, we're up on the Lido deck till 6 a.m. till we're coming back into Miami. Were you guys all up too?
Yes.
Yes, we were.
Yep. Yeah, I went to
And that felt like a religious experience up there, and honestly,
Yes.
tears and everything.
That is my term.
Oh,
I've been saying it. I'm like, I feel like I was baptized on that boat. And that was a religious experience. Something happened to me on that boat.
Mm-hmm.
It was amazing. Just seeing
Our whole
that,
group of friends were moved and happy to be together and singing together and crying together and
seeing the buildings, I don't know. It's just crazy. What just happened?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not the same person I was when I rolled my suitcase in. That's why I was it was a religious experience. I said that multiple times. I don't like saying that because I don't know everybody's, I'm not super religious, but I feel like something happened on that boat. I'm not the same person at all. And it's amazing. Awakened, yeah. Woke.
They have a magic or something about them, and Donnie, especially, how he can bring people together and make everyone feel, it's just incredible. So before we go, if each of you want to just say something about, that kind of sums up your experience, I would love that. You want to start with, I'm going in order of the windows. We'll go with Andrea.
How my cruise experience was?
Yeah. To sum it up.
I think Cindy pretty much said it. It was amazing, life-changing, and I can never see myself not being on that boat again.
And then Kelly.
It was magical and just a dream come true. As a little girl, you want to be as close as you can and have intimate moments with them, and to be able to finally have that. I wanted to go on the cruise for 13 years and I never got to. So being on this one after not being able to cruise so long, and then just having all those special moments, it was amazing.
Sandy.
Absolutely a dream come true. It was the best time I've ever had in my life. I had so much fun. I can't imagine not being on the boat.
Nicole.
Oh my gosh. For me, it's hard to put into words what the cruise was. It's something that I've always wanted to do, and I'm just so happy that I got to experience it. And then not only did I we left the cruise, but we didn't, because we still have each other. I found this group of girls, ladies, women, sorry. And I'm so excited just to see where all of this goes, and I can't wait to be on the boat again.
Nice. Kayla.
It really is. There's not a word to describe the way that you feel after. Because it's a mix of feeling different, and you feel like you're part of like the special bonded group that you never knew existed. And we kind of talked about that on our latest podcast that just came out, The Thankful. It was like just being so eternally beyond thankful for what these guys unintentionally do for us when they're not even around, like just bringing us all together without realizing it, and having that last, and making so many amazing friendships, and just grateful.
And Cindy.
Yeah, the words are hard to find, especially after everybody else just went. I'm like, okay, magic. Nope. Unbelievable. Religious. You said that. I'm like, all of that. Everything you guys said, and then there's a whole bunch of other stuff that there are no words for. I feel blessed. I feel changed. I felt like I went back to being 10, then coming back at 44, and I'm different because I went back for those 4 days and got to be a kid and find the joy in the band that was my outlet as a kid. It's just amazing. You got to do it. If you're questioning whether or not to do it, you got to do it. Yeah. Love it.
Oh yeah, all 6 of those Blockhead Chicks are going to be on the next cruise.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm really happy. I'm really happy to have met you all too, whether I met you in person or now. Like, I think of you guys as friends now, and I thank you so much for spending the time to chat with me today. And I want to, before we go, to just make sure that everybody knows what your podcast is going to be about and where they can find it.
That's a Nicole or Sandy.
Yeah, I was going to say Nicole.
So our podcast is Those Blockhead Chicks, and right now we're not streaming just like on a podcast streaming app or anything like that right now. Right now we're just on YouTube, but you can find us on all of the socials: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, while it's still there.
Oh, it's before it implodes on itself.
Yes.
Oh, you guys are amazing.
Congratulations to you as well. I seen your Spotify #1 podcast, so that's amazing. So,
oh, that was somebody's list, like that they had listened to mine the most, and it just really touches my heart to know that people are into it. And this podcast continues to give me joy, and I get to meet new cool people every day with it. It's been incredible. So okay, love you guys. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Join me next week for more tales of our adventures out at sea with the new kids on the block.